test administration online class. Due to lockdown, we could not continue our regular classes, but I'm glad that I could have this opportunity to connect with you again through this online class. In this paper, as you already know, there are a number of experiments and tests which you have to do, one after another. And you have completed so far 4 experiments. And today we're going to do the 5th one. Today's experiment will be, the title will be verbal tests. And then the objective of today's test will be to determine the imaginative power of an individual by using certain English alphabets. Now, as you have already written the previous experiments, you know how to write them down in your notebook. The title is there, and then after that comes the objective. Then after that you have the column called subject. Now in that subject, it has a column, different columns like name, age, sex, educational qualification, date and time. I'm not going to go into detail about all those, but then there are 2 points that I want to point out under the column of subject. The first one is age. Now when you choose your subject, I want you to choose a subject with the who has the age or who is about 20 or 21 years. And then the second one is educational qualification, which should be 12 pass. From any stream, it can be arts, it can be science, or from commerce background. Now, why did I tell you to do these 2 things? It is because that if you all choose a subject who is 20 or 21 years, there will be uniformity. And then, for example, suppose someone choose a subject who is 10 years, and then someone else choose someone who is 21 years or 22 or 20, then their behavior, their reaction will not be the same. So if you all choose a subject whose age is 20 or 21 years, then there will be uniformity. So I want you to take care about these 2 points under the column of subject. Then after that comes materials required. Now what are the materials required that you are going to require in this test? Firstly, you need a stopwatch. I have shown you in the classroom what a stopwatch is. If you don't have, you don't have to worry. You can use your mobile phone. Then secondly, you will need a list of 3 vowels, which I have written down here on the board. A, E, I. Then thirdly, the third material you will need is a list of 3 consonants. D, H, L. Alright. Now I just want to give you a little introduction about this test. Now this test is a general mental ability test, and it has certain methods. Firstly, word building or word construction, and secondly, sentence construction. Now in this particular test, we will be using the word building or word construction method. Then after that, what are the procedure, the steps that you are to follow in the test? There are certain points which you have to bear in mind, keep in mind. Firstly, you must give the following instructions to your subject. Firstly, the subject can build or construct any word using the 6 alphabets that you have presented to them. That is A, E, I, and D, H, L. Now the alphabets or the letters here can be repeated in a word even twice if necessary. Then thirdly, a time or duration of 5 minutes will be given to the subject to complete the test. Then fourthly, the words should comprise of 2, 3, 4 or 5 of the given letters here which you have shown to the subject. Then after all these are completed, you have to correct the words, and those corrected words you have to enter them one by one in the worksheet like this. This is the worksheet. I think you can see it. Now when you draw your worksheet, you can draw the line using pencil, but when you write the words or enter the words, do not use pencil. Be sure to use pen, because this is one of the points that has always been mentioned by the external examiner that will come from other college. All right. Then after that comes the result. Now the result you will write down referring to your worksheet, and in which you have also collected your data. Based on that, you will write the result of your test. Then the last part of the test is observation and discussion. Now in this part, as an experimenter, you need to keenly observe your subject's reaction and behavior throughout the test, right from the beginning. Then after the test is over, you think it over, go through your mind properly again, the reaction of your subject, the behavior of your subject. Was he or she interested or distracted or not interested, and so on. So all those you write them down. Then in the part of discussion, you can write your own opinion, your views regarding the test. Whether you find it boring, whether you find it interesting, and do you think that it will be useful, for example, even in the classroom situations. So all those you write down, you report at the end of the test. So that is all about this test, verbal test, which is, like I said, very simple and easy, which you can easily do at home. In one corner of your room maybe, or in one quiet place of a compound. And I hope that you will enjoy doing the test. All the very best. Stay home, stay safe, and God bless.